Australia. It's one of the most biodiverse places on Earth, but invasive introduced species have become a major threat to large parts of Australian ecosystems and are constantly having an effect on the native species in Australia, causing some of these species to become under threat and headed towards extinction. The Australian Department of Environment defines an introduced species as a species occurring as a result of human activities beyond its accepted normal distribution and that threatens valued environmental, agricultural or other social resources by the damage it causes. Since European colonisation of Australia, there has been an introduction of approximately 2,000 plant species, 25 mammals, 20 birds, 4 reptiles, 1 frog, 34 fish, between 100 and 400 marine species, and an incalculable amount of insects and other invertebrates. This map shows us there is little to no parts of Australia that are not affected by at least one of Australia's most significant invasive animals. Currently, there are 73 introduced species that now have well-established populations within Australia. Some individual species appear in ecosystems that cover approximately 70% of Australia's total geographical location.
The main issue that is debated is the method by which the animals are eradicated. These methods include poisoning, shooting, fumigating, and spreading of biological diseases. These methods cause stress to targeted and non-targeted animals. As of yet, no introduced species have been eradicated due to any of these methods. The legislation prevention of cruelty to animals does not cover the majority of species that are classified as pests, and therefore any number of methods used to kill pest species are accepted.
We will now explore the issue of fox baiting in Australia and whether or not this is an effective method of pest control and the effect on people, place and profit. Fox baiting involves the use of chemical commonly known as 1080 or sodium monofluoroacetate. Once given the poison, the animal's nervous system or heart and lungs shut down, resulting in death.
Recently, Warringah Council has introduced a fox baiting program to control the number of foxes in our national parks. We believe that this is an effective method of controlling the fox population. We hope we are rid of them in the not too distant future, as they have been preying on our native species and reducing their numbers significantly. The questions raised from this method is that there are other non-targeted species that can die as a result of ingesting the poison. This, however, is not the case. The chemical in its natural form is found in native Australian trees, and thus native Australian fauna species have a naturally built-up resistance to it. Although possibly inhumane and may cause the animal pain and death, it has been shown to be an effective method of fox control, as recently the fox has been able to compromise many policies for reintroduction across the Australian continent.
As little as 8% of policies have been effective where foxes and other predators such as feral dogs and cats occupy the local area, compared to an 82% success rate where the predators were not present. Foxes alone cost the agricultural and environment industry $227 million, costing jobs and drought-stricken farmers. In return, spending around $16 million trying to eradicate them would increase productivity, food supply for the nation, and increase the number of jobs. Many countries around the world struggle with effective methods for controlling their introduced species. One country is the USA.
This country has a lack of any efficient policies or funding for there to be any significant impact made with any species across the country as a whole.
To conclude, it is essential that we adopt principles of sustainable development when it comes to controlling introduced invasive species. One method that has been proven to be effective is the fox baiting program, and therefore this method should be adopted more widely.